Good morning. So I have spent my first night in the camper in a car park, and it's quite nice. It seems quite quiet and peaceful this morning. I was kind of half expecting the place just to be absolutely rammed. It's about 7:30 though, so it's still quite early. I thought I was lying in, but it felt like it was. I was quite surprised when I saw the time. But I've got a cup of tea from the machine over there, and I've got some croissants for the morning. I've just been over to the service station bit to use the bathroom, but yeah, it was a lot easier when the tea's made. Used to make the tea for me and I'd wake up and there it was, but of course the days of luxury are behind me, the days of adventure are ahead of me. Alright, all seems alright today, hopefully. Just started her up, put the choke in. It's quite warm today. Brilliant. Okay, so I've made it to my second stop before I get to Wales, to my friends in Birmingham. So Mark and Rachel. Mark I went to uni with and lived with him for 2 years, so it's a good kind of stopping point. So the drive was fine. I've just had a shower. The van really behaved itself. I was really pleased with it. Still needs some fine adjustments, but all in all that was a nice easy-going drive, and didn't get stuck in any traffic, so that's always good. What are you doing?
Washing up for the barbecue.
Nice. Good man. I introduced Mark to the world of push cylinder mowers. He's never looked back since. You've got the best lawn in Birmingham, haven't you?
Damn right.
Yeah. So with these cylinder mowers, the way they work is as the blades are spinning when you're pushing it, it actually catches the grass in between the blade and what's called the bed knife. So as it spins, it cuts it like a scissor. So I found on this one, it's just not cutting here, because if I do it in the middle, you get this nice kind of clean cut like that. But if I do it on this end, it tends to just kind of tear it, so it's not actually kind of cutting it. There you go. So what I will do is just tighten up this side a little bit. And it only needs like the slightest of turns. It's quite a sensitive thing. Just turn that clockwise to pull the bed knife up, and then you repeat the process until it's about right. So Mark's mower is now fully adjusted, and I've also oiled all the blades and the bearings with some good old 2050. We had Chinese food. How do you feel, Mark? Think you ate too much? Where are we going, you guys?
Forwards, up to the castle.
We're going to a castle in Birmingham. And what's at this castle?
Nothing.
There's nothing at the castle. Castle, sorry.
Yep. He's in there.
Where's he gone?
Yep.
Where's your dog?
In there. Yep. There he is. There he is.
Mr. Kirby. What's Rachel up to?
Trying to call the dog. Kirby, here. 5 hours later.
There he is. It has a guard dog. My nephew Dylan would love this. So what,
This is the castle.
that's where we are. So, is there anything of any
Warwick is
historical? Okay, Birmingham Dudley, or as it's known, Dudley.
Warwick is.
Warwick, Coventry, where all the old cars were made. Ah. You made it to the castle. Hey Kirby. Right, it's time for me to leave Birmingham and head down to Wales. So before I go, Mark, I just want to say thank you so much for having me. It's been a real pleasure, and I hope to see you soon. So I'm about, I don't know, 60 miles into the journey or so. Got about 120, I think it is. Just stopped off to get some fuel. Yeah, and just carry on going until I either decide I'm too tired to keep going and go to sleep, or I actually get to my destination. So we'll see how we go. So I've made it quite far into Wales. It's about 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm just in a kind of random residential area. Came off the motorway or dual carriageway, whatever. So just keeping my voice down. But I've only got about 50 miles to go before I get to my aunt's place. But I just thought I'd call it a night. I wanted to get the vast majority, so I've done well over 100 miles tonight. Van's been really good, really good. I'm really pleased with it. So it's been working very hard, but I'm just going to brush my teeth and go to bed. So I'm going to settle in for the night now. This is the really great thing about just having a bed in the back. Just jump in it and you know, you're away. But I'm so glad I did this journey at night, because it's like the entire road system through Wales, all the dual carriageways and motorways and things, all have roadworks. And I kid you not, I must have seen hundreds of thousands of traffic cones and amber flashing lights. I mean, I can't even think of the words to emphasise just how many roadworks there were. And had I been driving through there in the daytime, I imagine the traffic jams would have been horrific. There were 2 roundabouts where they were doing roadworks, where they had actually closed off the roads, and the sat-nav took me into some random villages where it got completely lost, and I just had to figure out how to get out and find my way back to a road that was appropriate. And I came to a couple of dead ends at one point, so I thought to myself, out of the 180 odd miles, whatever it was I started off at, if I can get down to just 50 miles before I get to my aunt's, then tomorrow when I wake up it's just a 50-mile journey. Hopefully it won't be really like tons of traffic. We just have to wait and see. But I'm pretty knackered now. I had a Red Bull earlier. I hate Red Bull, and I drink it so infrequently that when I do have it for a long journey, it keeps me awake. But I think it's worn off now, so I'm going to go to sleep. It's about 7:30 in the morning, and I feel more or less awake, and I've just checked the oil and water on the camper, which is both fine. And my first introduction to the Welsh people was an old gentleman complimenting me on this van and how interested he was in it. He even offered me a cup of tea, which I very respectfully declined, because I just thought, he said, oh, it's like, I only live up the road, but I want to make some headway, so I don't know, that could take a while maybe. And then a random dog walker came past, and she was like, wow, this has got a lot of character, hasn't it? So yeah, nice way to start the morning. I'm going to start her up and off I'll go. I have made it to Wales at last. So I'm here on my aunt's property. Just arrived about an hour ago, so just had a cup of tea and a catch up with Auntie Sarah and Uncle Al. So I'm probably going to be here for a little bit of time now, a couple of months or so. Just need to establish myself, so I need to find some part-time work so I can actually fund this project. And yeah, just build the interior until it's done, and then start the next stage of actually travelling in it. But It's an absolutely beautiful part of the world. I can't wait to do a little bit of exploring. It's good to be here at last. So before I go, Mark, I just want to say thank you so much for having me. It's been a real pleasure, and I